try to start recording and we'll see if everything happens all at the same time. Maybe it will,
Oh,
maybe it
boy.
won't. Maybe it will. Okay.
Let's find out.
I just pulled up the baker thing again. I'm just going to show you what I did to find that originally.
Yes, please.
The first thing that I was looking at was like the overlap of things, because
Uh-huh.
overlap is kind of how you tell what stuff stacks on top of each other.
Yeah.
Like, there we go. Like, if the overlap looked like this, his arm would be going back away from us instead.
Oh, okay.
But
Okay.
because the overlap is here, this one is coming towards us, this one is moving away from us. Does that make sense?
Yes. Okay.
So, but I'm following that volume of lines and see his arm is like running into his chest there. It doesn't make sense for it to be in front of the chest.
Right.
So
Okay.
I found, I'm going to trace, this is where his shoulders are, this is his chest shape, vaguely.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm drawing like, this is a mannequin torso, this is more solid on this side because this arm is coming towards us. So this arm would be behind it.
Aha!
And then the trick I used for, I don't use this trick as often as I should, but there's a trick for like your elbow sits, your arm sits at like a perfect angle all the time because it moves on a hinge, it's not a noodle.
Mhm.
So I found your wrist was here, your shoulder was here, and you can go straight between them and draw a perpendicular line. And now your
Mhm.
elbow's got to be somewhere out here, and I just kind of pulled it. I think it needs to be like here-ish. That's not right. But then that's how I pulled it further away from him because of where his wrist and shoulder are next to each other. It's got to be further away. It's too close because see that angle makes it be wrong. That's why it doesn't bend that way. That's a lot of nonsense.
Okay.
That's a lot of nonsense lines, but hopefully that
No,
makes
but that
sense.
makes a lot of sense.
Okay. Kind of
Oh,
my
that's
thought process.
awesome.
Yes. Where was the other one? Let me see if I can find. I'll move this off screen while I dig through these folders. There's no telling what's in them.
I was ready to look for things I had
like
There's
secret.
no, there's no telling. There's no telling what's in here.
Oh, what the secrets?
No, they're not all good secrets.
Press X to doubt.
There.
Press X to doubt.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, there's the one where I actually fixed it and the arm looks better. I don't know how I found it. Where was that angle? Wait. Let's do purple. So there was his wrist, there was the shoulder, there's the straight line, and then perpendicular. Okay, I fudged it a little bit. His elbow's supposed to be over here, but that's why my ankle's ending up weird. But the thing is, it does... Oh, I can't erase there. The thing with a lot of art stuff is it doesn't have to be right, it just has to look right. So,
yeah, I've seen you do that before.
Yeah, you just kind of fudge it.
Yeah, basically.
There was one of my professors one time taught us how to measure windows in perspective so that they all look the same way, and it was this complicated thing of like, with your parallel lines, you're like drawing a box, and you follow you follow these lines out, and it makes them all be the same size. But then the shorthand way of doing that is just, you just guess, you just draw them because nobody's gonna check your math. Nobody's gonna get a ruler and check your
guidelines. Guidelines. Who are those?
It's gonna,
I just know guess all the time.
It's gonna be in a 3-inch panel that they'll look at for 4 seconds. Nobody's gonna check. It's fine. When I draw these, when I say foreshortening, you said you hadn't heard that word before. That's where like you're making this limb look like it's shorter than it actually is, so that it has...
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was gonna say, is it like have something to do with the foreground? Is that part of it, or
it creates the illusion of depth if it's by shortening it?
Gotcha. Okay.
It's like when you see something coming straight at you on a panel,
Mhm.
it's going to look shorter than it normally would. Like if you drew an arm going straight down, this is going to be a bad arm. Straight down, like this. Hand shape, sure, it's a wraith hand now. Okay.
It's a right
It's a
hand.
wraith
Great
hand,
hand!
sharp
It's even
Yeah.
hands,
purple.
sharp.
It's even purple, yeah.
Yeah, but coming straight towards us, we would draw those limbs a lot shorter because they're going back in space, and you would use like some overlap.
Oh, well.
Oh, well, what's this?
Hello, Bobson.
Hello, Boblins.
Nan.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey.
I'm showing
What's going
Danny some
on?
foreshortening things.
Art
Art things.
on.
We're doing art boy things.
I am so grateful. Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I feel
Seriously.
like I don't have I don't have prepared like material. I don't have a lesson plan. But I'm taking it too seriously. I need to.
I can't tell. But it's like a dang fine elbow.
Thank
I
you.
know, right? I know, right?
That's what I was showing this trick where how I found this edge and how it needs to overlap in space, and then how you do this to find the angle of where the elbow's supposed to be, based on where your shoulder and wrist are.
That is gonna help me so much.
I'm so glad.
And also the biggest thing was that I couldn't figure out exactly what was wrong, and obviously there were two things that were pretty incorrect, and seeing the way that you changed the I'm trying to gesture with my cursor, you can't see that,
Right.
seeing the way that you moved the chest lines and moved the shoulder like behind it, I'm
Mhm.
like, oh, that makes so much sense, but I couldn't see that because I didn't have the logic to follow, and so seeing that now is gonna help me so much too. Oh
Right.
man.
Also, a good trick that they taught us, I'm gonna do this, is you can. Where was this one? Turn this off. When you're looking at your illustration, be like, I don't know what's wrong. Well, is it his hand? No, that looks fine. Is it this area? Oh yeah, the whole thing looks better now. So the line that right there, that was probably the problem. You could cover up different areas, and then when your brain goes, oh, that looks better, you know what to fix.
Oh my gosh! Thank you. That is really going to be helpful too.
Yeah, no, that
Oh
has
my
helped me a
goodness.
ton because your brain, you get very cross-eyed looking at your own thing for way, way too long. So it helps a lot to just like step away or not look at it for a little while.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, you're seriously making me feel so much more empowered to get better at this, and I
so
really
glad.
appreciate
I'm
that.
literally so giddy. I love it. I think. Is there other things that you want me to show you? Other things while you have me and I've got things pulled up?
I'm trying to think because I don't necessarily know what questions to ask. Do you have anything, Sweeve? You're here too.
What? Me?
I don't know. Like you're much better at arts than I am. So, but like if you have questions or anything, you should ask too. I'm trying to think of questions.
I don't know what to ask.
Pressure's on. No.
The pressure, please. This is a one-time opportunity I need to do.
It's not a one-time opportunity. I want to be able to do this stuff more.
Okay.
Mhm. I do have so one thing I've been wondering is so seeing you do this, like find the angle from the wrist and the shoulder and then going down to the elbow. Cool.
Yes,
that really helps. However, when you're starting a drawing and you're starting a pose, how do you kind of approximate that properly when you're setting it up, like before you have it drawn? Like, do you start with circles and lines, or how do you start?
We're gonna get into this now. The problem
if that's cool.
No, it is. The problem is when I started drawing, let's draw an enemy. I draw like this. and it
Same,
I draw
same.
like
I do
this,
that.
and
I
it
do
is
that too.
the worst. It's a nightmare.
I
Um,
do that too.
so
Of action though.
right. Let me think. Let's draw a little ediby. So I start with a line of action. This is how I want the pose to kind of go, and I'm saying this is her head, this is kind of a torso, this is roughly a leg. I have stage fright now.
You're fine.
You're
Roughly a
doing
leg.
great. You're doing great.
It looks awesome.
Thank
Yes.
you.
I love this.
I kind of am like, I draw like I'm sculpting almost. Like I kind of just move
Mhm.
lines around until they are roughly where I want them to be.
Mm-hmm.
And like this is kind of the pose. I don't like that arm. I want this twisted more.
I like how fast you can do poses as well.
Oh, thank you.
Like I'm way too fiddly with my figure drawing.
I
I don't-
have very
Same problem.
whoops.
Hey, Han.
I have very storyboard brain. I draw in like 4 seconds and then I don't have the attention span to look at it anymore. And I think a lot of when I was at SCAD, a lot of us were trained that way and started to think that way.
Hey, you gotta go to SCAD, cool.
Yeah, I have a degree from SCAD. That's why I call
Oh,
it
that's
brains.
heckin' rad.
Yeah.
They got some cool stuff down there.
It is very, very fun. I loved my program a lot because I did sequential art, so I studied comics.
Oh
and
yeah,
storyboarding.
I had a module on sequential.
Yes, it's so much fun.
Fun. That's probably my favorite class we've done so far.
Which one was it?
The whole sequential thing.
Which class?
Oh, sequential.
Oh, sequential.
We only did it for a short period, but it was for like a semester or so. But it was very good.
Nice. And her arms are getting annoying, so I'm going to move them, and she's going to do this pose instead.
I love watching this because it really, it like gives me a kind of a window into your process, which is awesome.
Yes.
Because something I noticed about your drawings are they feel so fluid and like living, which is so cool.
Thank
and
you.
It has that energy of like there's motion like just always. And
So,
the way you're building this pose shows that really, really clearly. It's so cool.
So there's two components to when you're doing a figure drawing. There's gesture and anatomy. And anatomy is how physically it's built, the anatomical structure of it, the musculature, the skeleton. That's not that word, but the skeleton.
Skeletor.
Yeah,
Skeletor.
the bones.
The skeletal.
Yep, that's it. The skeletal.
Yeah.
Got him. But there's also gesture is like your line of action, your the perceived movement, the like in cartoons when they have like a squash and stretch to it, that sort of feeling to it.
Mhm.
And you kind of get your style a lot from which way you lean. You'll see some comics like DC Comics and Marvel Comics lean a lot more on anatomy, and some things like Adventure Time lean very, very hard on gesture. So
Okay.
we had a figure drawing class one time, and where it was drawing for sequential, and it was basically like life drawing, learning how to draw people correctly, but to do it quickly for comics. And he basically told us at one class, he was like, hey, gesture gets a lot of emotion, and it gets a lot of, your brain is good at guessworking things and stuff like that. It's really, really good for if it looks right, it is right. So your anatomy only has to be, hi Lexi.
Hi, Lexi.
Your anatomy only has to be so accurate if your gesture is really, really good. And my brain goes, cool, I can give up on learning anatomy if my gesture is really good. I just started leaning really hard into storyboard brain. I did not learn it after that.
That's
oh my
cool.
word, I am like, I'm jealous because I'm the other way around where I took the hard anatomy route.
Oh,
and
no.
Same.
I
only
love
having
yours
to-
though. I love the structure because all of your characters have such a precise like structure. You're very on purpose about like the shapes and the styles that you choose for everybody, and I love that. I feel like all of mine
No,
blend
but
into the same
I
thing.
am constantly having to get on myself to not make stiff poses because the anatomy bit's a lot more intuitive for me than the movement bit. Which is funny because when I've visualize it in my brain. I'm always thinking about the movement bit until I actually
Mhm.
have to come to the drawing of it.
Right. So I draw a lot. So back to your original question, Danny, how I structure things. I draw a
Mhm.
lot different when I draw traditionally, like with just a pencil and paper. So on
Mhm.
here, I tend to just like I knock down the opacity on this so that it's quieter in the background. And now I'm going to go
Mhm.
through and say, okay, here's actually where I want her head to sit. This is going to be actually her neck. This is her chest shape. There's more of her torso. Her torso needs to be a little longer here. So I'm going to bring this leg out here and find the actual bends of it. So now I'm building like where I want
Oh, that's
her.
so cool.
So I'm actually
That's
building out
so
where I want
cool.
her anatomy to live based on what I picked the gesture to be.
Mhm. Oh, that's awesome. Oh my
Thank
gosh.
you. And this is where I'm
Oh,
like
you know
checking
what?
proportions and things. What's up?
You know what would be so fun to do?
What?
One of those draw this in your styles.
Oh, that would be so good.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes, yes. I want to do
Oh,
that. Yes.
Oh,
Oh
that'd
my
be
goodness.
way fun.
Yes.
Would love to do that. I did one recently that was like, where like you get with a group of like three, and like each of you draws a line art, and then you pass it
Oh,
to the
the
next
art
person.
collab.
Yeah, and each of you inks it, and then you pass it to the next person, and each of you colors. So you
Yes.
all get to do
Oh,
a step of each other's picture.
I remember
that would be
that.
It was
cool.
I
very
remember
fun.
that.
Yes, it was very fun.
It looks awesome. It was so good.
Thank you.
This is so satisfying to watch.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
It really is. Oh my gosh.
I don't know what bee wings look like. I'm gonna have to look up a. They don't look like that. That's fairy wings.
Fairy wings, fairy wings.
So, no, she has bee wings.
I was
No, you
gonna
can
say
have fairy
it
wings.
looks like the same way the Foo. Minecraft wings help.
Elytra.
Elytra.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And then I realized it's my skin pack that makes them look like that, and they don't actually look like that.
Oh. Enemies do. She's Edibee.
Yeah, they literally look like bee wings on my pack. It's nice.
And the other thing, I haven't been doing this because I'm trying to not be annoying while I'm on stream. The other thing I do is I zoom in way too close to everything all the time.
Oh, I'm bad at that.
I'm like,
Especially when I
this is the way we're
started
working.
digital.
Right? They said this is a symptom of sequential artists, though, when we got in trouble for doing this in life drawing classes, is they'll be like, draw like the whole form and like try to really capture like the whole face. And we're like, they have this many eyelashes.
Yes.
And teeny details. And you get so caught up in all the
They're like,
teeny details
quit
that you
doing
forget
that.
that the arm is contorted in ways not known to man.
Right? I'm like, I don't want to draw that. I want to draw their teeny eyelashes.
Jordan, don't call me out.
Me.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Steven Universe face.
Oh.
Oh my word.
Her eyes are a
No,
little
no,
weird.
sorry, I'll complain about this later. You
I
guys
love
are
editing.
destroying my veins.
She's not even enemy yet. Hush.
She already looks like enemy.
They can tell. It's an instinct.
That's fair.
Yes.
It's the symptom of the obsession. We can tell.
We can tell the enemy effect.
Oh my gosh. I so appreciate you doing this, Jordan.
Yeah.
This is so helpful.
I
Oh my god.
appreciate you guys being interested.
I mean,
And I know-
it involves Jordan Ara. Why wouldn't we be interested?
That is a good point.
I'm drawing these. Hold on, because I'm trying to not just do things without saying it. Oh, that face is terrible. I'm drawing.
No, it's not. Only
No,
you
it's
think
fine.
that's terrible.
Okay.
We can't see all the mistakes that you can see. Trust
Okay.
me.
Fair. I'm on the wrong layer. So Drew, I hate this green. We're not doing that. Color. We'll go back to red. Drawing kind of a face shape. And drawing like the side of her head. I'm just kind of imagining this is the side of her head where I'm imagining like her skull shape because your skull is shaped like this. And you have a flat plane on the side. And you have like a line that goes down the middle. And then you have some lines where like your eyes sit right in the middle. And then between that line and your chin is about where your nose sits. And between that line and your chin is about where your mouth sits. I draw Steven Universe face and my proportions are wrong. So I just do like a middle line for the straight middle. I just do that cross section right in the middle just so I can line everything up on it.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I'm just trying to figure out like where her eyes sit in her skull so that they're not like floating over here and they don't actually go on her head.
Gotcha. I don't want her eyes not in her head. Yeah,
No.
that's not good. That's not what you want. Oh, this is so cool.
You get kind of a feel for things like the squash and stretch of like where I want her, like this eye I'm drawing kind of a different shape than this one because it's sitting further away from us and because it's sitting kind of further back in her skull, things like that.
Yeah, okay. Awesome.
And when I say
Oh, go
squash
ahead.
and stretch, do you know what I mean when I say that?
Yeah, because you mentioned earlier, like with cartoons and stuff, it's where you can assume like this is how the anatomy is, but this is how it looks because this is the style kind of thing.
Right. So like you'll see it a lot in like if you study like Looney Tunes, Tom and Jerry, stuff like that, like cartoony stuff. Like if I drew her arm anatomical, like this is her shoulder, this is her bicep, that's her elbow, and it goes straight down like this. But because I want to exaggerate that pose a little bit, I might say this is going to be the curve of how that arm goes. And I'm going to do these angles against it so that it just emphasizes that movement.
Awesome. Thank you for explaining that because that makes it clearer.
Yeah, I just realized that I keep saying, wait, if I say things and y'all don't know what it is, please stop me because I'm guilty of doing that.
No, you're good. You're good. And this is super helpful for me because like in a variety of ways, but like I am still very much like trying to figure out what my style even is, and like I'm just trying to be able to draw things, and then after that kind of maybe know like, oh, this is how I like to draw things kind of thing. Because
yeah, you gotta know the rules to break them.
That'll basically be it. Your style, one of our teachers had taught us, don't worry about your style will happen. And you'll develop multiple styles. I draw enemy in a very different style than if any of y'all have seen any of my Mario art. It's a lot more like traditional comic booky style than like this Steven Universe kind of thing that I've adopted for the way I stylize Minecraft because I want her to look really like blocky angles and I want her to be shaped like a Powerpuff Girl. So, and like this legs are straight, but I want to emphasize this motion, so I'm gonna make it be a curve up here.
Awesome.
So it shows that kick. What was I saying? I don't remember what I was saying now.
Oh, we were talking about style will come.
Yeah, it'll your style will just naturally show up. I don't like her eyes actually. Your style basically becomes like your personal shorthand. It's like how you decide to do things. Like when you draw a face, this is an eye, and this is an eye, and this is a nose, and this is a mouth. But you can also do this is a face. And that's a shorthand. And that's like the anime style has kind of a visual shorthand where it's very quick and easy to read, but your brain picks it up as what it's supposed to be, if that makes sense. So your style is going to become like your visual shorthand. It's going to be things that you've discovered that you just like drawing certain ways. I started drawing legs the way that I do because these are bad examples. Because hold on, there's Monster.
Oh, hello. That's so
Yes.
cool.
Thank you.
Ooh.
But I started drawing like the Steven Universe legs. Is I hated the way that I was drawing legs, and I saw a tutorial that Rebecca Sugar was like, "Here's how we draw them." There's her lines. So it's like they have the tube that's up top, and there's a straight line and a curve, and they had a very particular way that like they kind of draw the feet, and I always think of Pearl's like little ballerina feet because it was easier to see, and I liked that shape a lot, and I was just like, I'm gonna steal those legs and I'm gonna start putting them on my things. And I just, yeah, I just started
your
it. I like your skin. Yes, gonna steal your skin.
Oh no. Okay.
This is what I was drawing the other day when I was like, Wraith is pointy.
It is pointy.
Rafe
Oh, I
is
love that.
pointiest.
Hold on, Faden had some better.
In
What
terms of,
layer
like,
are you on?
I think the reason that my my brain is kind of worried about style now when I probably don't need to be is I'm so afraid of looking too similar to somebody else's and it being like, well, you're just copying what they're doing. You know, you're not doing your own thing, kind of thing. And I'm like, but I want to do my own thing, but how do I do my own thing? Like, yes, it's kind of a loop in my brain.
It is, and it's hard to get past, especially when you're like when you're still kind of finding that in the beginning. That's something that like all through high school I was thinking about that and constantly worried about that.
Yes.
But I think somehow by not worrying about it or just letting yourself copy a bit, because it is good to copy, it is good to learn from other people,
Right.
and like and it will end up not looking like theirs, and you will end up finding your own style faster that way, actually, which is weird, but at least that's what I found.
Right.
Okay.
Because your style will be, because you'll take a little bit from, my legs are from Steven Universe, but I have other things that are from other stuff. Like this, Faden's face, I know I stole this from Sister Claire. I absolutely can see her face, where the style of like her eyes and her posture and just so much of this is from the Sister Claire comic. Which is fair because it's...
Okay, but if I look at your aunt, it doesn't look like Steven Universe is the thing.
Right.
Like,
because...
now that you've said it, I'm like, oh, okay. But I can't, like, it still doesn't look like you've stolen it or anything.
Right, because I've stolen from a lot of different sources. I've got, some of it is Steven Universe, and some of it is Adventure Time, and some of it is, like, anime influence, and, like, there's so much different stuff in it that it became my own stuff. So your style will do that too. As you start to pick up more and more things, it will become more and more its own stuff.
Okay. Thank you. That really helps, because that's definitely an anxiety that I have had, because I'm not where I want to be. Obviously, the only way to get there is keep doing things. I'm trying not to overthink it.
Oh, I saw that. I saw that with Han. Yeah, I saw that. No, Han put something in top of the day.
Oh.
Yeah.
I did not. I have full screen on this stream. Let me look on my phone.
Oh, I tagged you. Oh, it's okay.
Top of the day. Oh, nice. Yes, good.
That's a good book as well. I haven't finished it, but good book.
Excellent. I am going to put that on my Amazon list right now. Thank you.
My computer's going to have a freak out, so I'm not going to open another thing.
Don't do it. I've already had to shut Minecraft down because I was running this and your stream at the same time, and it just decided no.
I'm trying to record it. Some other people wanted me to record it, and my computer in a minute is going to be like, no. Only one.
And this makes me feel like I'm back in figure drawing class. I'm getting super happy feelings.
Oh, I love it. I kind of high-key miss figure drawing a lot.
Oh, absolutely. You can find some of the resources my class used online pretty easily, though.
Nice.
We did Proco. There's like online like life drawing videos where they've got like models and stuff. Yeah,
we used to do those.
It's a good starting point.
Mm-hmm.
Any resources you can drop in my DMs.
I'm pretty sure we stuck that in, like, maybe artist instruction. Snow, I think, might have posted that before I did.
No,
So
she did. I think she did. Let's see.
small
Now
world.
that you say that.
Or at least I feel like they haven't. I might just be imagining, though.
You said Proko?
Yeah, Proko.
Yep, it's right in there. It's like one of the latest things in the reference horde. Because she shared it to, she shared it with Thomas, it looks like. Yep.
I've remembered a thing.
Remembering.
Now that I've seen Jordan actually do this, these lines in this tutorial that I'm seeing make so much more sense. Because I'm like, yes, I see the lines, but how did you get them?
And that's why I wanted to get on and like actually show you, because there's so much there's so much thought process that goes into it, and there's so much I'm just like, I don't know, I kind of like black out and just there's art on my paper. I don't know.
It's so much easier to show than it is to just like give diagrams for.
I'm such a visual person.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I told Danny, I was like, I didn't want to be rude by like, I drew over your picture and like, here, I made it correct, but
not at all. I didn't feel that way at all.
It's so much easier for me to just like show you instead of me trying to explain with words what I mean.
And it's easier for me if you show me. So like it's just a win-win. So
good.
Yeah, don't ever feel that about like if I ask you for feedback on something, just draw over it. I don't care.
Okay,
like, just show me. Because I know that I need to learn these things, and that's going to be the easiest way to do it. For you to communicate the feedback, and it's so appreciated.
Yay, I'm glad.
I can't wait.
Really for the Jordan art. We live for the Jordan art.
Yes, we do.
Y'all are so sweet.
Mm-hmm.
No, you.
No, we're right.
We're right, yes.
Y'all are great.
No, you.
Listen.
Gotta bounce it up with no you.
No, you.
No,
the universal argument.
Mm-hmm.
Uno reverse card.
That is literally what no you is.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Yes.
Doing a thing now where I'm trying to find Faden's other leg, because I don't like the angle that it was at. You can see this shape is not actually a real foot. I don't know why I left it like that. It's annoying, but where's a good tangent example? I hate tangents and I seek them out forever with my whole life.
No, it's so good. I'm here for anything that you want to share and talk about.
Yes.
And I cannot wait until I have a functioning tablet again, because I don't mind working on paper. I really don't, but I feel so much better about doing things digitally, because then the eraser smudges or whatever, like that distract me so much. They bother me. And so it helps a lot to work digitally. So I don't know when that's going to happen, but I am excited for when it does.
And you can do stuff like this, like, hey, your foot's annoying me, I'm going to turn it like this.
Yes. Oh my gosh. What program are you using?
This is Procreate. If you can find it on sale, it is super cheap and it's super great. I love it a whole bunch. It does a lot more than I'm currently using it for, and I need to practice more with the rest of it.
Mm-hmm.
Procreate, yay!
Yeah, I want to
join the Procreate gang.
Yes.
That's the plan. That's the plan. Because
I like this better.
I'm gonna get. I think I am gonna get an iPad with the Apple Pencil, because it seems to be what several people either have used or use currently and really like.
Yes.
And that's
probably. I still high key miss my iPad.
Yeah. Is you've talked about it before, and I do want that portability, because being able to just pull it out and draw some, wherever, is a lot better for me than having to be at my computer. So I think
Fair.
that will probably serve me better than some other options that would need to be tethered to the computer.
Right. So
Also, I notice that you're using a different color for the background leg, which is I assume very helpful. It looks to be.
it's because where I'm trying to find the difference between the two legs, because I'm drawing on top of that one so much, it's I didn't want it to all get lost in the red. But also while I'm moving this, let me show you how I'm making this decision. When I say tangents, I mean things like, do you see down here how her foot becomes like one weird alien shape?
Yes, I
It like makes this weird shape instead of going backwards in space.
Mhm.
So when you have a tangent, it's when something touches itself instead of overlapping.
Mhm.
And instead of creating the illusion of depth, it flattens it out and it makes this be a flat piece
I see.
instead of 2 feet that are stacked on top of each other.
Okay.
So that's why I'm twisting the angle of her leg a lot, because I'm trying to, right here with her knee and down here with her feet, I'm trying to get enough overlap that they read really differently. I think I want to do that,
Gotcha.
actually. That looks
Yeah.
closer. And then we're going to use her skirt to hide all of this mess that's up here. I don't want to draw it.
And then
So
when
this relatable.
Right?
and then when you realize that your character is just a blob, that's when you know, yes, I don't have to do all
Like,
the
yeah,
rest of it.
sweep shape, yes.
I
There we
don't have
go.
to do the whole
Sweep shape.
anatomically. Yay!
Yeah.
I don't have
Brooke
to
is
be
gonna
anatomically accurate. Don't worry, it's just a blob.
It's just a blob.
Brooke is gonna scream when she sees this, Jordan.
I'm
Oh my
so
goodness.
glad. I know. I'm trying to sit on it.
Oh, is that Faden?
It's faded.
Yes, that's me.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
she's gonna
faded.
get such a kick out of that.
I know it. I love draw. I can't wait to draw her hair because it's just. Yeah, that's Faden's hair.
The
That's
swirls.
Faden's hair.
Yay!
Faden's hair. Sure.
Faden's hair.
Faden is a cool character design.
She is.
Yay!
And
I
actually,
do love the
Sorry.
concept of like she's a ghost as much as she thinks she's a ghost. Like when she realizes, oh wait, I shouldn't be able to do this. Why am I floating? Then she doesn't anymore. And I think that's really interesting.
it's really cool because it lets her have the respawn mechanic. Because
Yes.
Faden being able to die is just her going, oh no, I'm gonna die. And then she does.
Yep.
It's great.
Yep. And it really plays into all the emotional conflict that she deals with because her emotional conflict directly affects her physical conflicts, which is so interesting. Like, I
But
really
also
like that.
on the other side of things, you what was it you said? You said she's adaptive, but she's not just physically adaptive, she's emotionally adaptive. Something I've been noticing in the RPs is that the emotion Faden feels either directly conflicts with the other person's or feeds off of it directly. Like it seems like she's got some sort of I don't even know how to describe it.
Mhm.
It feels like she almost takes other people's emotions and amplifies them with her own somehow without realizing it's happening. Like there's something going on there.
That's
It's
interesting.
not just normal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not
I
the
wonder if
normal,
it's
like, what's going
intentional,
on.
but if it's intentional, that's really I really want to know more about that.
Right.
Lore.
From what I can tell, it is intentional because
Yes.
Brooke is really like I feel like Brooke is really intentional about the way that she's crafting
Brooke
Faden's
has thought this out
responses.
a whole ton.
Hmm?
Brooke has thought this out a whole ton.
Oh yeah. Yes. Oh, the skirt. I love it.
Yeah, I changed the whole skirt because I realized her skirt.
Glowing.
Well, from gesture, I realized her skirt was going this way in the underdrawing, and her hair was going this way, and that makes her be floating in 2 different directions. So,
Which doesn't quite work depending on how you're setting it up.
right. So I changed it since I made both of her feet go this way, her hair is still going this way, and her skirt's going this way, which makes her be floating in this direction, and the rest of her be like windswept in this direction.
Excellent.
So I'm just fixing that for consistency.
Oh, that's so helpful.
thought process. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
This is the best thing. I love this.
Yes.
I am so grateful
I'm
for you
so
doing
glad.
this. Oh my gosh.
Load. All right, cool. I don't know if you saw how I was making the skirt shape. I kind of like decided where I wanted the skirt end to be, and then I just followed it up to like, here's this corner goes up, this corner goes up, this corner goes up, and I'm just following it up to her waistline.
I love that. And I've said before that I love the way you do clothes, and so I'm enjoying watching this.
Thank you. It's a lot of guesswork. She has kind of like this thing, right? Yes. I'll have to look up a reference for her dress. I don't remember quite what it looks like. Just making a mess of Faden.
I love it. Oh, her expression.
Thank you.
I love it.
Little soft face.
Yes.
I have to hold on. Where'd Monster go? Because she was making a different face originally, and I changed it because I don't think Wraith has as many teeth as I thought. Yeah, there. I liked her face a lot. I liked her face a lot, but she doesn't have that many teeth, so I changed it.
But I love it.
But teeth.
But teeth.
Consider it's
she kept
teeth.
some teeth. Where'd she go? There. She kept some teeth, but she has some more teeth.
I like that.
No, add more
She
teeth.
grouch. More teeth.
More
She
teeth.
grouch.
Pointy.
Well, I like that. I like that even better though because of the way that you have the one big teeth, and then it goes into the smaller.
Yes.
I like that a lot.
And that I'm trying to. This is sort of just turning into Q&A as Jordan makes mistakes live on stream.
I love it.
Shush, you're doing great.
Shush. It's good. If this is working, then it's good.
I'm not seeing any mistakes. What are you talking about?
Lines to be quiet.
I'm seeing good.
Shush. No, there's no mistakes. Only gorgeous Jordan are.
So I'm imagining like in her actual skull structure, like where her teeth would sit in her skull if they were all the same length. So they would go straight across. And then when I drew her mouth, that's only as much of them as you're seeing because of the angle her mouth is at.
Okay, that's really cool.
I'll do some things. Sometimes I will not do that. I'm going to delete that layer.
I didn't know why that was so satisfying to look at until you just explained like, I'm like, oh, that feels really right. Why? And then you showed that, I'm like, that makes sense.
Sometimes it's a mistake, sometimes it's not. Let me see who has something.
Hey, Baker! The Baker!
Hold on, what does this look like? Plum's gotta go.
It's the gremlin! It's the gremlin!
It's the gremlin!
She's a gremlin.
Gremlin.
Don't tell Boblin.
Mildred!
Wait, what?
Mildred.
But
it's
the same,
her.
you can kind of see here, like, her teeth would sit here in her skull. So, even though I drew her mouth really over to the side like this for the sake of her expression and that squash and stretch, her teeth show right there because that's where they would sit.
Nice.
Instead of, like, just drawing them if I drew them perfectly halfway, or if I drew them, like, at a weird angle or something like that, it would make it look different.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I'm drawing.
So cool.
That helps inform a little more where I feel like her skull would sit, and it makes her feel a little more three-dimensional. Even though she's shaped like a Powerpuff Girl.
I love it.
I draw her the same way I do Enemy, so I sit down to sketch her every time, and I'm like, Plum Witch is shaped like a Powerpuff Girl.
Yes.
She gets these big blocky feet and these little round hands.
Yes.
And the little gremlin.
Little gremlin, yes.
That expression is so good.
Thank you. I didn't like her.
I'm just vibrating over here, looking at all the good Jordan art.
Yeah, I know, right?
This
I know,
very
right?
happy.
I have a lot
I love the way you do legs.
Thank you. This blocky something that's happening.
Love it.
It is Minecraft.
It is Minecraft.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw that brief glimpse of your professor sketch as you were going through, and I just went back into that morning in my mind when you posted it. I literally
She
cried.
is.
Like,
Oh no!
Oh,
she looks so good. Oh
I'm
my!
so
There she
glad.
is. There she is.
There she is.
Oh, I love her. You captured her
I
attitude so
love it
perfectly.
so
Oh my
much.
word!
I still feel like her head's too big.
She
I
looks like a boss fight.
She does look like a boss
Oh.
fight.
Oh yes.
It's how I want her to look.
Yay!
Actually, I am going to shrink her head a little bit. She's a little big.
I love her.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Also, that's so cool how you can select it and change the size. My
I love
goodness.
Snow.
Hello, who we got?
Snow.
Snow. Hi, Snow.
Snow.
Snow, Snow.
Art. Oh my gosh.
Art.
We're arting.
Jordan is teacher.
Thank you.
Gee.
I'm gonna
Learning
get
so much.
lost in all these layers. And how I'm judging too tall is I'm going like there's supposed to be a certain amount of heads tall when you measure everything. I'm just kind of like your halfway point should be about at the bottom of their crotch is where I try to aim for. So I'm aiming like the top of her head to her halfway point, and then I'm like from the halfway point down to the bottom of her feet. Is she actually half and half? Now it looks like she's closer.
Mm-hmm.
But her head was
She got the long legs
too big.
anyway.
Too long.
Long.
Lunge legs.
Long.
She tall.
I
She
think that-
tall.
No, give me my purple back. I think actually, if I trace her chest, this is the side of her chest. This is her, yeah, I feel like her chest is sitting down a little low. Because then this would be her abdomen and her torso. I'm going to end up redrawing this entire thing.
It's so cool. I love it. Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
I'm just freaking out because
gonna
it's
end
my
up
character and I
losing
love her.
No, I'm glad. I'm gonna end up... And see, this is where, see, this arm is foreshortened because of where our overlap is, so now this part is going backwards behind her.
Mm-hmm.
And this shoulder is going to be in front of the torso, which means this shoulder is going to be behind, and it's going over here.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I drew that arm in front of it.
Gotcha. I just love the pose that you did for her. Oh my goodness.
Thank you. I wanted her to be very prim and proper.
Yes.
That is
She also looks threatening even though she shouldn't. Like, you know, like in it she does have a proper pose, but you still have that threatening air about her in the proper pose, and I love it.
Yeah, she looks like try it, I dare you.
Yes. She will get you.
She get you. Oh. This isn't right. Hold on. I do not need to redraw this entire thing. I need to fix it. Hold on. Let me see. I'll also draw. Oh, I see it. Hold on. If you take a line and you go straight down, you should balance. She's not quite balanced because her weight should be on this foot, but her head and her straight down is falling a little bit behind it.
Mm.
So I'm going to rotate her a little bit. Undo, please. Thank you. Rotate her a little just so she's resting on that foot a little more.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I'm learning so much.
That helped a lot. That's probably just the way I copy and pasted it in, but it helped a lot.
I'm learning so much.
Back to where did I go? Atomy, yes. And that's why I tilted Atomy that way. the rest of her. No, I'll fix her wings later. They're the wrong angle anyway. To help the squash and stretch of her pose, I want her to be like floating backwards a little bit more, so I'm changing her angle.
Okay.
To reflect that. Kick this leg out a little. I don't normally move stuff around this much. This is kind of, I'm in a weird self-conscious headspace about things because I'm doing it live and I'm not used to doing it live.
Sure, you're doing amazing.
You're doing wonderful.
Great.
I'm glad, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm nothing.
Yeah, because like this is the whole point of this, because like you told me this is something that you wanted to do, but you had to get out of your own head, and so I'm very thankful that you gave me permission to bug you about it.
Yes, please bug me about it. Please, all of you, bug me about it constantly.
Yes. You know what you have unleashed by saying that.
Good. I'm glad. I want to do this more. I literally, this is very fun to just like be drawing and y'all ask questions. I love it.
Yes. I'm having such a good time.
I'm
seriously.
So glad.
Having a good time. Having a good time.
I don't want to go to work today. I just want to do this. This is fun.
Right.
Wait.
When do you have to leave for work?
I need to leave in like half an hour.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Yeah, don't feel pressured to like
have you eaten yet?
Yeah, have you eaten?
Yes.
Okay.
Good. And you have had coffee. Have you had any hydration? Have you had water?
I had coffee.
No,
that's
not
hydration. That's not hydration.
I will get something on the way to work.
Okay.
It better be water. Hydrate or dihydrate.
I make sure that I have a drink with me when I'm at work because I would die otherwise.
Okay.
Perfect.
Enemy's foot is hard because it's a block, but
I love it. That's like, it's so charming the way that you draw the so enemy, and then also how you are drawing Plum, and then Baker and the professor's feet and legs too, like just your Minecraft style. I love it. It's so charming.
You.
Okay, do you know what I like about it is that, do you know when some people draw a bunch of other people's characters in their style and then suddenly all the characters kind of look exactly the same?
Mm-hmm.
That does not happen with your style. Like, they
so
are
glad.
all completely distinct and they all still look like their own characters, and I love that.
I'm so glad, and that's what I tried to incorporate that. Because everybody is so unique.
That's one of the things that I think really got me when I saw the professor sketch, because you've been bugging me for a reference, and I really wasn't happy with what I was doing, but I'm like, you know what, this is the best I'm going to do right now, and I'm going to give this to Jordan. And then you incorporated her eye shape and all the little bits that I had been trying to do, and I'm like, that still came through even though I'm not happy with it yet. And then Jordan was able to make her in their style. It made me so happy.
Yes. You can see in Ollie especially, you can see a lot of it I took from Lexi's design and a lot of it I took from Han's design. I really liked the way both of them drew Ollie, so I just took it. But when he translated into, like, I want him to have some sharp features so that he fits in with, like, the blocky shape of everybody, he's just longer and sharper, then he just sort of translated into my style.
Mm-hmm.
The chicken noodle.
And that goes right back to what we were talking about earlier, what you guys were telling me about how just not to worry about making sure it's distinct, like just do it and take things, and then it will be in your style.
Right.
And that, you saying that gives me another concrete example of what you were saying earlier, so that's I really appreciate that.
There's another bad tangent. I'm gonna fudge that line just a little bit, even though it's not where her hand should land, because I don't want I don't want that foot and hand to become the same shape. I want that to be a distinct shape. Go, and then I'm drawing her clothes and following, like, this is the curve of her chest, so that's going to be a curve, that's a curve. This is kind of bending backwards, so it's going to do that. And I can use her little tail of her belt to kind of show some more motion.
Nice. Ah! So cool.
This is, though, an implied tangent, is where the line of this leg is following the line of that belt, and your brain makes it be the same thing, so I'm going to move that belt.
Okay.
It's going to be... Actually, let me do... Load! Do it!
It's like you're making me do so many things.
So this is like where the knot of it is. I'm going to make it be this shape instead, so that it's still following the right motion, but it's going the opposite. I have one curve going this way and one curve going this way, and it sort of contrasts each other.
Okay.
And my way is not always the correct way to do art. I'm just telling you, here's what my thought process is. So
this is literally what I'm here for, is your thought process. I want this.
So glad. And like when we're foreshortening things, I keep showing you, here's the curves where that's like how that thing goes in space. Here's the curves of how that thing operates. I've used those curves a lot, so I just sort of, these are the curves of her leg, and I have that shape on the top of her boot to show you where it's going in space.
Gotcha.
So if I wanted it to come more towards you, I would draw her boot this way. And that kind of, where that curve is and where that overlap goes, kind of helps show you how things are happening in space.
Okay.
It's going down, so I want it to be there. And she's got the same kind of thing on her arm. I don't think it used to go between her fingers, but now it does. Every time I draw it, I'm like, I don't think that used to happen. I do really just squiggle a bunch for her hair, and then I try to figure it out, and I'm like, what?
Hair.
I love it.
Hair. I don't know how to hair.
I don't either. Do you see I'm just squiggling?
No, shush. You don't get to
really
say that. No, you don't get to say
I
that.
wish I could find the old pictures of Enemy, because her hair used to be so much shorter, and I can't figure out how I used to draw it, but it used to be like really close to the side of her head, I feel like. That is exactly 8
I just
circles.
make random lines and I hope that translates as hair.
I mean, that's exactly what Jordan was just telling us that they're doing. So you're doing it.
You saw me.
No,
right?
the difference being here that the Jordan makes it more detailed. Mine is just okay. This line, it goes down, so that's here.
Same.
Oh no! Now I'm picturing Sweeve, like the character Sweeve with hair. That's such a weird image.
No.
Oh no!
No, Jordan, what?
Oh no! Oh good! Oh good!
That's getting immortalized now.
Oh, I'm so happy about
It's
it.
a supermodel wig.
Oh.
Look,
She has a supermodel wig.
that's getting immortalized. Hang
Good.
on. There.
Beautiful.
Wait.
I'm recording.
Wait.
It's in the recording.
I can show it here.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Wait.
wonderful.
Perfect.
I'm gonna do something complicated instead of the dumb thing where I'm like, yeah, wing shape. That's not what we're doing.
But what if fairy enemy?
Yeah, wing shape. I'm just gonna no. I'm gonna find the ways. Oh shoot, I'm on the wrong layer. Don't do this. Don't do this. Okay. I'm gonna find her torso again, and that's the front of it. So I'm gonna follow that line to the back, and I'm kind of imagining where on her back the wings would attach to her, so that they're both going at the right angle.
Ooh, that's awesome.
I don't think that's right. I think I want them to.
Arundel, Arundel.
What?
Sweep before the stress of the world made
Oh,
their hair
no!
fall out.
No!
Okay, what about Arendelle? Oh no.
Go top of the day, please.
Yeah. Accurate.
Oh no! I love the little
Wow,
heart.
I can't believe Sweeve has secretly been Seth Everman this entire time.
Valid.
Perfect. Oh, I didn't. Oh, it's Sweet Sweet
Everman.
Everman. So.
Oh man, enemy's so cute. I can't handle it.
Thank you.
Ah! Oh!
I'm good.
You good?
Good. Fell down hole.
Uh-oh. Merge. And now I've looked up an actual reference picture, and I'm just fixing her wings so that they look more like I want them to.
Excellent.
They're more B-shaped. Hello, Dream.
Hey, Dream.
Hey,
Dream,
Dream.
we're having art lessons. It's so good.
We're doing Q&A while Jordan makes mistakes.
No.
Mistakes who? We only know gorgeous Jordan art.
Mistakes? I don't know her.
Georges.
Really hate
Georges.
that angle.
Georges, yes.
Georges.
George.
Good. Oh, Han, did you finally see my Minecraft dream that I shared?
I did.
I was like, I woke up and I'm like, well, why are my most vivid dreams about Minecraft surrounding Plum Pocket? I don't know.
Well, you know,
Reason.
don't worry about it.
Oh, I'm suddenly concerned. Like I
Big
wasn't worried about
concern.
it until you said not to be. So
Well,
We have a lot of concerns,
okay,
you
if you
know.
weren't worried about it, you wouldn't be having dreams about it.
oh, that's fair. That's fair. Oh goodness.
We have a lot
True.
of concerns in this server.
Well, you know.
I woke
Half
up
the
at
time
like
when I have Minecraft dreams, it's something along the lines of Mojang has added nether creepers and everything sucks now
Oh
because
no,
of it.
nether creepers. Oh no.
Arundel
Like,
says there are Neepers.
Neepers.
Like, see, okay, if they were called Neepers, I would be slightly more okay with
No, that's the worst.
Neepers.
Neeper sounds vaguely. I don't know. I'm not gonna finish that sentence. Neeper sounds weird.
It sounds like neeps and potatoes. Neeps and tatties.
I know what you were trying to say, Danny. Okay.
I do too, but I'm gonna not.
No,
say
I'm.
it.
This is why I am
Trying to
moving
lead
on.
this conversation.
Neepers is funny. Moving on. Oh goodness.
Hey.
For Swift. Oh, what are you saying, Sam?
That's a mysterious portal in the middle of nowhere.
Mysterious portal.
That is not randomly generated. That is a very specific design. What on earth?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Burrito.
This is the part of the show where I just keep trying something over and over and over until I get sick of it.
Where Larry comes out and sings a silly song.
Yes.
Good.
Load.
Can I make a suggestion?
No.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
We have all these characters with wings. Can we also make the NPCs with wings?
Make what with wings?
We have all the cast with wings, right?
Ooh.
Can we also make the NPCs with wings?
The NPC.
The NPCs. Alistair. I was gonna say he deserves some wings, but he doesn't. But I'd like to see them anyway.
Yeah, me too. No,
He
Snow
doesn't
says
deserve them.
no.
He doesn't deserve them.
Snow says no. Okay,
He
never
doesn't
mind.
deserve them.
He doesn't deserve them wings. Don't give
Neither do I, to be fair.
That's
Don't
fair.
give Tonem wings. No, don't do it.
Yeah, Tonem doesn't deserve.
No, Tonem with wings, no. Please no.
Okay, but
he would look. Consider this though. He would look so dumb with them.
He would.
No one would take him seriously. He'd look like a fat little bumblebee.
That's so
It
good.
looked like a big old. Oh great! What are those things? Midgemadors? Yeah, it looked like a midgemador.
Good.
What would but see, if Alistair had elytra wings, what would they look like?
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
I don't know.
Stinky wings.
Stinky wings.
They would probably be Ender-ish.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe
that'd
not
be
like the
cool.
Ender Dragon, but like the End crystals. Like they look like they're made out of crystal.
Oh,
That's
that
what I
would be
feel
so
like.
cool.
Because the Enders are so important to him and because of the crystal thing.
So would it be like they'd probably be a little bit more angular in shape because of the
they
crystal?
might like look like the dragon wings, like in shape, but they're made out of like crystal shards.
Oh,
and then they've got like
it'd be like that.
like an energy that goes between them.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
Yeah, don't make me concept art.
Yeah, I feel like
he's
I
not
just
getting wings.
If I just put the idea in your head enough times, it will get drawn. That's the plan.
Stop it! Stop. Rude.
And the rude.
Rude.
Okay, but I'm imagining little Ariel with the elytra wings. You got the little. Little.
She little.
What about big ol' elytra wings and she has to get on the steps to get into them?
Oh! Get all these stairs, y'all.
Get all these stairs.
Yay. Here's Walter. Oh, Walter wings.
Vulture wings. Ooh.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna since you're not opening other windows, Jordan, I'm gonna read. Lexi told more of her story to her kids today.
Oh yes, please tell him.
Yes.
Please tell him.
She said, "Oh, I have something important to tell you. My children today spontaneously agreed that today is Ollie's birthday." So,
oh my word,
guess
we have
who's
an
18 today? Guess who's 18 today?
Yep. So she said, "So guess who's 18 now?"
Oh.
And then
throw him a birthday.
He can drink.
No,
not in the U.S.
He can't.
Here, he can drink here. Don't worry.
Do we have alcohol in Minecraft?
I say this. I'm not remotely interested in alcohol.
I know.
Unless it's like fantasy alcohol that has cool effects.
Right.
Rather than whatever rubbish we've got here that tastes like
potions. You're interested in potions.
Yeah, my mistake. Yeah, don't call me out like this.
I mean,
so Lexi said he doesn't know it because he stopped keeping track, but he has a feeling his birthday is coming up. So
we're gonna throw him a birthday.
Say anything about it?
We're gonna throw him a birthday.
Yes. Also, one child thought Baker was an older version of Ollie, so there's that.
Oh, that's funny.
Right? And then also, Mr. Baker asked the kids, "What are you cheering doing outside my tower?" Plum says, "None of your business." Ollie says, "We were just leaving." Edemy says, "Hi, we're trying to cross the bridge and we're wondering if you could help us." A child, "I'm Edemy."
Good.
Amazing. So good.
And that's all she said. But I love all of that.
Yay!
Ollie's birthday.
It's Ollie's birthday.
It's his golden birthday. February 18th.
Yeah, baby.
It's a baby.
Yeah, I'll fix these wings later. This is terrible.
Oh, they're so cute. No, they're so cute.
They're not right.
They're cute.
I'll fix them later.
So cute. So cute, shush.
Moth wings, yes.
I'm gonna be so hyped after this. When you're gonna go to work, and then I'm just gonna draw until I have to go to work.
Yay!
Perfect.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad.
Excited.
I need to save this before I accidentally delete everything that's in it, because I like the fixes that I made to Faden. Okay. Just occurred to me. I almost lost a lot of progress.
Yeah.
Bean day, bean day, bean day.
What?
No, the Dream's birthday is in 2 weeks, and Arundel says bean day, so bean day.
Bean day.
Yay!
Oh, cool! I can drown. I forgot.
Cool, good drowning.
Nice drowning. Love it.
I love it. We love a good drown.
Oh, Snow said, "Oh, Ariel would have huge vulture wings."
Good.
And I was like, "Oh, yes."
Yeah. Plum should eat the water to stop the drowning.
Should eat the water.
Eat the water.
Mm-hmm.
Chew it.
Do it. Eat the water to stop drowning.
Gooey goo for chewy chewing. That is what Good Goose is doing.
Is someone snoring?
Just coming from Danny's mic. What is that?
What? Oh, that's my dog.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
I love it.
No, don't apologize.
Is your dog snoring?
No, she needs her allergy shot.
Oh,
yeah,
oh, baby.
What a baby.
Oh, baby.
she has chronically labored breathing. I didn't know dogs could have allergies until a couple years ago. She also does this like reverse sneezing thing during summer, where like it sounds like she's choking, but she's actually sneezing backwards. Like I took a video of it and I showed it to the vet, and the vet was like, "Oh yeah, this happens," and I'm like, "What?"
Could it not?
And yeah, so she can get an allergy shot yearly that will help with it. Last year she didn't get it because 2020 was what it was, and so I need to schedule that. But yeah, she also does snore much softer than that. But yeah, when she hasn't had her allergy shot, it's bad.
Aw.
Yeah, that's why I can't let her be in the room when I'm recording, because sometimes they're hard to cut out if it's at the same time that I'm speaking.
It's fair.
But yeah.
Love it.
And she's like 13 years old, so she's great.
She baby. She baby.
Baby.
She baby.
Delicate little baby. I don't want to go to work.
Mood.
And I really want to do the work today.
I really like having mornings though, like to catch up on whatever or do something that I want to do before work, like it makes the day a lot better because
Mm-hmm.
when I worked mornings, it's so exhausting because you roll out of bed, you get ready for work, you go, you come home and you're already drained. And
Mm-hmm.
so it's like I just want to relax. And so it's hard to do anything that requires a lot of focus at that point.
Yeah, can't get your energy
So
up to do anything.
yeah. So making a pot of coffee in the morning and doing something like this or writing or whatever, and then going to work, I just feel a lot more I feel a lot more fulfilled for the day, honestly.
Yes. I need to be doing this more because I miss being able to get stuff done in the morning because I just come home and collapse.
Mhm. Yeah, I love that Eric goes to work at 9. So then like I'll get up with him, make sure he has coffee before he goes, and then I'm like, all right, I got like 3 hours before I gotta go to work, so this is great.
Nice.
I love Enemy! Oh my gosh.
She's not doing anything.
She's existing.
She's
That's
She's
right.
existing, yes, she's existing.
I love her hair. I love drawing her hair. It is so much fun.
I love the way that you drew her hair. It was so cute.
I need to finish that picture.
Yes.
I nearly ruined it. I nearly completely ruined it by merging all the layers
Oh
and
no.
then saving.
That's the worst.
And I recovered the line art, and I don't know how I did it, and I don't think I'll be able to do it ever that well again.
Good.
But I've got the sketch. It's fine.
Good.
Right, speaking of which, I should probably actually finish working on my digital art today. So I'm gonna get some tea.
Yeah.
Everyone is working and I'm just hashing out in one of the chats.
Tea time. It's tea time.
Just watching you work on this is so helpful too. Like I love this.
I'm so glad. I need to draw on stream more because like I said, I had that anxiety of like, stage fright. So it's hard for me to like draw while people are watching, but I need to get over that because I like to do this. It's fun to like hang out.
Mhm. Yeah. Well, and hopefully, like, because you're already, pretty comfortable with all of us, so hopefully doing this for us will then help you be able to do that for like you were talking about, like Patreon tiers or whatever later down the line.
Yeah, I
Uh,
would love that.
Hopefully that'll really help mitigate that stage fright there.
Yes, because I would love that to be like a planned. Like ideally, my goal for that is like if you're in that tier, I ask you at the beginning of the month, what do you guys want to see? Here's a poll for your ideas. Vote on what you want me to do a class on, and then I'll do a stream and like I'll have a lesson plan and like actually walk through stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But this is really good practice to like get myself in the headspace about things.
Yeah.
I have that good SCAD knowledge, and I want to share it.
Yes, please. Catch me on that Patreon tier when it's a thing.
This is so sweet.
Man, just like one or two lines changes the whole shape of the clouds. Oh my goodness.
It does.
I'm like, oh, suddenly that's very clearly a turtleneck collar. Oh, good. Or if it's, I don't know if it's gonna be, if she's gonna have a scarf with this outfit or not, but because she did in one of them that I studied for a bit.
Yeah.
She had a scarf.
She has in her the winter outfit. I think she has a scarf on.
Right. Yep, that's the one.
Or she wore it under the coat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, the ice skating one. She was wearing a scarf. That's right.
Yep. I think that was the one that I was going over when I was trying to figure out how to draw her.
Nice.
Still figuring that out.
I've been drawing Enemy a very, very long time. And she's always, I think I drew her hands differently. Originally, they weren't like this blocky shape, but her feet have always been squares like this.
Yeah.
She's always been square feet. Which is funny, because Alistair is just long and pointy. I've never drawn him
Long.
like this.
There's a tall Stinky over there.
Alistair shaped like an Enderman.
Alistair shaped like...
He's just long and pointy.
Oh, whoa.
That's not anything to it. It's just, it made me laugh just now. Don't read into that.
I just made a headshot drawing of Alistair. That's the only thing I made of the Stinky. Thanks.
I loved art of my characters. It makes me so happy.
The crew. Oh, yes.
The squad.
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 The squats. Let's see.
Let me show real quick. Where's that?
Vaguely sorry seems to be the professor's standard when it is not enemy.
What?
No, something that Jacob said.
Oh, vaguely sorry seems to be the professor's
Fair.
standard, but it's not. Yes.
Let me see.
Yep.
Open. There we go. Do I have this sketch? Yeah. You can see how rough that one started.
Oh, okay.
Him. And then it changed to that. And then I drew them both a different colors so that I could, like, pull them more apart from each other and I could see where they're overlapping. Actually, I think I need to change Edamy's arm.
That is such a cool that's such a cool thing to see, like the progression of the layers like that.
That's why I pulled this one up.
How many layers would you say you go through typically for an art?
It depends. This one is more complicated because it's an overlapping pose and it would normally have more. But also sometimes I delete layers because I don't bother naming them. So I'll delete these lower layers as I stop using them.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
Yeah, I feel like Edamy's hand needs to move down here so that she's holding him more.
So cute.
Here, I love them so much. They're children.
They're the children.
They're children. I don't know where Ollie's other hand is. Probably here.
Oh, Jacob just said of the professor. He said, not yes, Jacob. Sorry. I was like Francois. No, Jacob. Said she's the worst / best. I love / hate her. ROFL.
Mood.
Like, that makes me so happy.
Good.
That makes me so happy. And you know, as sad as it is, like on the vaguely sorry thing, when I was talking to Eric about the professor early on, and I was, especially with the fade in thing, I was like, she's sorry, but also
with a question mark.
With a question mark.
She like she's not gonna say that because she's not sorry enough to give a genuine apology. Right. And Eric looked at me and he was like, "Oh, so she's like your brother?" And I'm like, "Oh no, oh no!" And so then,
shots fired.
This is a classic case of taking something that's not great but using it for good inspiration in writing.
Yes.
When my brother apologizes, it's like the teeniest bit of remorse, maybe, and then all of his reasons why he was actually in the right. Because he's like he understands that he did a bad in the fact that it hurt you, but he doesn't grasp why something is fundamentally wrong.
I'm sorry that you're mad at me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. His favorite thing to say is, "That's fair." Not, "I'm sorry, but that's fair." He hears what you're saying, but then he's just like,
but
this and this and this is why this shouldn't be bothering you, basically. And it's frustrating, but that's not what I'm trying to talk about. I'm just using that. I've actually taken a few of the text messages that my brother has sent me over the years and like looked at them like, oh, yep, here's how he has a horribly twisted worldview of how he wasn't in the wrong. I can use that. All right.
I like it.
People are really actually like that. And so I feel like it makes her less unbelievable in those moments that I'm kind of drawing from that, because it's literally people are like that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. My dad can be a lot like that. I totally get that.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Because that's not fun.
It's not, but like it's like you're saying, it makes it relatable, and it's like we were talking about the other day. Representation is important. It is so validating to see something and be like, "Oh, I get that. I've been there."
Yes. And that aspect of the professor is a place that I would like her to grow at some point over the course of this story.
Good.
Like, I don't think she'll ever be, and I don't want her to be, like, a kind of person who would befriend everyone.
No.
But not at all.
But if you're going to be Edamy's friend, you've got to try.
Exactly. And I want her to get to a point where she wants to try for more than just Edamy. Because
I love it.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
That's
I really can't wait for Edamy to come at her sideways about Ollie.
Yes. Oh my god. That's gonna be good.
Ollie thinks you don't like him.
And the professor's like silent.
Excuse.
Interesting.
I think I'm getting caught in another stuff. See you later.
My sending stone is ringing. Interesting.
Oh no. Yeah, I think there's going to be some important like character development for the professor through that, because she has to make some decisions about how she approaches people. And while I think that it is going to be really hard for her, she wasn't always this way either. So it'll be really interesting to see how that goes.
Which is good.
But I'm enjoying writing her. I'm enjoying writing her at 18 years old. That's fun. In the Eventide stuff. So
before we ruined her.
The what?
Before we ruined her.
Oh yeah.
Oh no. She has a journey to take.
Baby.
So it's gonna be. I'm hoping I have enough written to read it on Sunday. I don't want to table it again.
Yes. So. I need to work on Mining After Dark.
I am just here chilling. I don't have anything to share.
Sweet content.
I don't have anything.
Sweet content. Do it.
I don't have any. What do I make?
Anything. I want sweet content.
I don't have any sweet content.
You should write some. Right. Let's think of a scene that you
of a scene.
Yes.
Of a what? Okay, good talk.
No, I'm thinking. We're not done yet.
No, we're not done yet.
Oh no.
I don't know if y'all catching me doing this. Drawing Edamy's hair is a lot of me going, no, 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 no.
I love it.
It's annoying.
I feel like Sweeve playing hide and seek with somebody would be adorable.
Stop, that's really cute. That's really cute.
Yes, so cute. Oh, okay.
Noises.
Frantic Sweeve noises.
I haven't wrote anything, but that doesn't mean I don't have nothing.
Oh.
Suspicious noises.
Suspicious sweet noises.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, we lost a hand.
Uh-oh.
Drop in events. Gotta get the suspicious glasses on. Hang on. I don't have any. I know there are some glasses over there. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Oh, that reminds me. Hang on. This is reminder that realm will be going down at roughly 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight. Panic.
Stress. I'm so stressed.
Panic at the disco.
Literally so stressed.
Oh, Elf replied to turning the page. I'm so happy.
That one is literally so cute.
Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying it. We're having way too much
literally
fun.
so good. Okay, I'm gonna have to go because I gotta go to work.
Go
Okay.
work.
This is very fun, guys. I want to do this
Thank
some
you
more.
so much.
Yeah.
I